All right, welcome back to BDG's channel. This is Matt. I'm going to be continuing my playthrough of Mega Man X, but I got Ryan with me today, so hello. You throw in some commentary, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with a lot of Mega Man games, so
yes, we'll see what happens. I'm going to move on to Launch Octopus's stage.
the Launch Plus.
I hate this guy. Actually, probably one of the hardest bosses in this game, I think. Always kicks my ass.
I think they're all hard. I'm not very good at these games. Although I think I do have I might have the X collection on my GameCube actually.
Oh yeah, I've got that and the Nintendo Anniversary Collection.
Nice. I think I have number 3 on Nintendo. Don't think I've ever actually played it. I just have it.
I own 3 for Nintendo. That's the one I played growing up.
Another mini boss, huh? Each stage have a mini boss?
No, not all of them. This stage actually has 2 of these though. This one's really easy to fight. The other one is a pain in the ass. And you'll see what I mean when I get there. These guys will suck you in, and then you have to blow them up from inside if you get stuck.
That's kind of gross.
And here it is. Never know how long he's going to do this, or if he's going to use the attack a second time, and so it's really hard to not jump in those spikes there.
Seem to be doing pretty well though. There you go.
Yeah, it's I can get through it pretty quick with the arm upgrade that I got one of the previous stages. Helps a lot.
Are you doing a 100% run here?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I've got I think just with the order I'm going through the stages, I just have to backtrack 2 stages when I'm all done to get the last few items. There isn't a perfect order to play every stage in to get every item. You're going to have to do some backtracking no matter what. This guy's pretty easy to deal with. Just ride on his back.
That's dirty.
Actually, if you count the boat, this guy, and then the fact that there's another one of these right at the very next part of the stage, you can almost say there's 5 mini-bosses in this level.
It's kind of ridiculous.
It is kind of a pain in the ass. I don't like playing this guy's stage. Another heart upgrade there.
Up from the wall.
And here's another one. This one you got to stand still, though. If you move around, he won't come out of the ground. He tries to come out underneath you, and so you got to stay standing. Otherwise, he'll just keep moving. Apparently, the amount of sprites on screen is a little too intense here. The game's slowing down. And I am playing on a SNES, so that's not my computer or anything else.
I do like that you're going old school and playing it on the SNES.
Yeah, I figured why not. A lot of the games that I'm gonna want to play for these playthroughs, a lot of the older games at least, I already own them. So,
You got any other game in mind after this one?
well, I can play Zelda, Super Nintendo. I'm sure it's done a lot, but another one of my favorite games.
That would be cool. Believe it or not, I've actually never played A Link to the Past. Is that the one you're going to be doing too?
Yeah.
Yep. Never actually played it, and I'm a huge Zelda fan, so I never really got into Zelda till Ocarina of Time.
You and your fish. Hurry up and do your other attack already. God damn it.
Is there really no pattern to this guy, or what?
Well, not really. He just attacks come out at random. But you get the most chance to really hit him good when he's jumping back and forth doing that tornado attack. And he was just not wanting to do it. That's usually half of what he does. There we go. Can't hurt him when he's in it, but you can shoot him on his way up and down. And the worst part about this is you can shoot at him, but you hit all of his missiles, and those missiles absorb your attacks. So it's kind of almost extra defense for him.
That's alright, you still kicked his ass.
Yeah, the pattern that I usually take through the bosses, even with this guy's weakness, he still kicks my ass because I don't have the armor upgrade at that point. And so this new order that I'm trying with that armor upgrade, it really helps.
What do we got here?
This is Armored Armadillo.
Say that one 3 times fast.
Armored Armadillo, Armored Armadillo, Armored Armadillo.
Nicely
Hey!
done.
There's a cool little secret at the start of this level here when I get down. Right here. You'll notice that bat looks different. That sprite is actually Bats from the Mega Man 7 game. And he's special because he almost always gives you a 1-up when you kill him.
So what you're saying is you can just stockpile 1-ups here.
Oh yeah. Although they definitely put that in there for a reason, which I'll get to when I'm doing my backtracking for the last few items.
My wife just texted me and she got a parking ticket. And that sucks.
How did she get a parking ticket?
At work.
Doesn't she have a permit for work?
They've got some ridiculous parking there.
So like she couldn't park in the lot or whatever?
No, they like there's so many people. She works at a hospital, and there's so many people that work there. Like only certain people can get parking permits.
Oh.
It's pretty insane. It's kind of kind of funny. But that has nothing to do with the game. So just a random tidbit of information.
Yeah, don't let that guy's spikes hit you because they'll kill you in one hit. Always. Let's see. Another nice thing is this thing, you can kill it, but it's pretty hard to kill fast enough to be useful. But if you do this order that I'm doing, you can use that flame attack against him, which I don't normally have at this point. To make it really easy to get up here and get those.
That's nifty.
And if I could stop getting hit, I could get all my energy tanks filled up here.
Do you plan on doing any more Mega Man games?
Oh yeah, I own X2. I'd love to do that one. I'd love to do X3. If I want to do it on my Super Nintendo, I'm gonna have to buy it. And if anybody's ever actually looked up that game, it's most used copies are hitting $100 now. It came out late in the Super Nintendo's life cycle, and they didn't sell a lot of copies, so there's not a lot available. And this is, I don't know how much truth there is to this in reality, but I've heard that another reason why it's so expensive is because as one of the later games that was made, they started making the cartridges in Mexico, and the quality is just not as good. So the cartridges break and get bad, and the labels peel off, and they're more papery than the older games. So it's just, anytime you find a cartridge for sale, the labels are ripped and nasty, and I like to collect these old games, and I don't want one of those nasty destroyed copies. But
I agree. I definitely collect them and try to keep them nice and get nice copies. I'll have to use an emulator for that one then.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to buy it one of these days, and the sooner the better, because it's just going to keep getting more expensive. So I guess it just comes down to whether or not I can scrape up $100 to blow on a game in maybe the next month or two. I don't know if I want to drop 100 on one game.
That's quite a bit. Didn't I just hear that the video game prices are going down?
Oh, what do you mean?
For new games?
Like I don't know what you're talking about. Like
when they come out in stores, I thought 60 is kind of the standard right now.
oh yeah,
Didn't I hear that they were gonna go down to like 50?
I don't know. I haven't heard that.
Thought that's maybe. I don't know how much truth there is to that either, but I thought that might be the case.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with the Wii U, because Wii games are 50 generally, and it's the Xbox, PS3 that are 60.
Yep.
I wonder if the Wii U is going to finally move up to that $60 price point.
I hope not.
There'd be justification for it because it's going to be identical, games. When the Wii U comes out, there's probably going to be a lot of games that are direct, identical copies between the three consoles.
That's true, yeah.
And I doubt anybody heard of that in my video here, but my doorbell just rang. It's the delivery guy.
Did you want me to grab your package?
No. I just got a replacement 72-pin connector for my Nintendo. I've had that thing sitting around forever. It's pretty much pristine, but it just doesn't play because the connectors are bad. So for those of you with Nintendo sitting around that don't want to play your games, should look online and get one of those connectors. I put one in some friends' Nintendos before, and they work.
Yeah, they're definitely easy to install too, and they're cheap. They're not very pricey.
Yeah, what I pay like $11, and then I have Amazon Prime, and I didn't even have to pay for shipping.
Nice. Amazon Prime's pretty sweet.
This guy is a pain in the ass. I'm not using his weakness against him. If you use Spark Mandrill's weapon against him, it knocks off his shielding, and he can't block your shots. And if you can't block your shots, you can't do that special attack he's been doing where he shoots blasts in all directions. Makes for a really slow fight. But I said I was going to play all these bosses just using my regular gun, so that's why it took so long.
I was wondering why you weren't using his weapon, but I didn't know you were not using specials.
All right, one more boss, and I should have enough time to... I'll do all my backtracking in this video, and then we'll move on to the end stages in the next segment. Spark Mandrill.
Oh, you didn't even have his weapon, you dirty bastard, you.
No, I didn't. I'm not really using an order. I'm just going through doing whatever. You'll notice there's some broken stuff on this guy's stage. I mentioned earlier the stages that get edited or modified if you beat a certain robot before you come to another stage. This guy's stage is one of those levels. So you'll see that the power's flashing on and off. That wouldn't be happening if I had played this guy earlier. I actually don't remember off the top of my head which stage you have to play first to change this one. So, yeah, I can't tell you which one. I don't remember. But obviously I'm playing him last, so it doesn't really matter which one it is. And with the power going on and off, this part sucks. Because these things here, they start flying right where you're jumping. And if they hit you, you're probably going in the hole.
Right in the hole.
Right in the hole.
Right in the hole. That's what she said. Speaking of power going on, I'm just kind of surprised it hasn't gone out on us today.
Oh, I know. We got some huge storms coming through. This guy right here is a huge, huge pain in the ass. If I play the order that I usually use, I fight this boss second. And I don't have any heart tanks yet. No armor upgrade. This thing does so much damage. If he bounces on the ground and hits you, like, you die in like 2 hits.
You know what it kind of reminds me of from Majora's Mask? What's the eyeball that's got all the bubbles around it?
Oh, yep.
Kind of reminds me of that boss.
I just played through Zelda for Super Nintendo, and I love how they, in Majora's Mask, they got the idea for that boss from one of the ones from Super Nintendo.
Oh, so you've already played through the Zelda, huh?
Yeah, I've been watching Capri Sun's 4-player race. And it made me think, I played this game hundreds of times as a kid. I bet you I could do pretty good on racing that game, so I pulled it out. I was cruising through it until the 6th dungeon. 6 and 7 give me a little trouble, and I don't remember them as well, just because obviously when you play a game, you probably play the beginning more than you play the end.
True.
So I got like most of the game memorized except for the last few dungeons.
Hey, now you just got to challenge Capri Sun. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, I don't know.
Definitely be an honor to get to do a race with him. He's like the king of LPs. So.
I see a whole bunch of Mega Man 2 videos posted where he's just been playing with a bunch of random people.
That'd definitely be your thing. You are pretty damn good at these Mega Mans.
Yeah, I never played too much. I rented it a few times when I was a kid. I own 3, so... Oh, this one's even worse here.
Yeah, it doesn't look fun. I remember just watching Mega Man 1 with Nintendo Capri Sun, and those time platform jumping is just ridiculous. I just cannot believe how hard that game is.
All right. And we're at the boss. This guy's weakness is ice. So it would make sense to play him second after you've done Chill Penguin, but again, that mini boss in this guy's stage is just so tricky to beat if you don't have any heart tanks or the armor. You die in like 2 hits. If I'm not careful, I'm going to die fighting this guy. As long as he keeps jumping up like that, that's great. What I don't want him to do is that fist attack.
You're telling me he's trying to fist you?
Oh, just wait. Now he's really trying to fist me.
It's a shame.
Stay up there. More, the better. Thank you.
Bam, you got him.
Alright, I just gotta think real quick. All the stages I gotta backtrack to. I think there's actually 3 of them. 3 items I have to go back and get.
Now, do you have to beat the bosses again when you backtrack? Or can you exit out of the stages?
If you go all the way to the end of the stages, you don't get to fight them again. And also, a nice little bonus thing that you get is, I'll show you when I get into a stage here. You gotta be careful, because if you're button mashing to get through the conversation, you might accidentally just hit A and start the end stages. Anyways, you have an item in your inventory that's just called Escape. And once you've beaten a boss, you can just go in and click on that. And it lets you leave a stage that you've already beaten. So I only have to play in as far as I need to go to get the item I'm looking for. Yes, more energy. Fill up those energy tanks.
Are you going to be using the special weapons on the end bosses? Are you going to do it all with just your...
Now that I've beaten them all, maybe I will. I think I mentioned in my earlier video how some of the bosses can actually be changed depending on the weapon you use. Like mentioned in this video, Armored Armadillo changes when you use the spark weapon on him. Flame Mammoth's trunk can be cut off if you use the cutter weapon. Little things like that.
Nice.
So yeah, I suppose later on in the end stages you have to replay all the bosses. I'll probably use their weaknesses then just for the fun of it. I was gonna say, I should have been dead that first time, and then I was stupid and let him hit me again. Oh, damn it. Yeah, that was probably the first time I died in this video.
Disappointing.
I know, I would have easily gotten this through on a no-death run, except for that stupid screw-up on my part. But it's okay, because I didn't say that was my plan, so... I actually died on purpose.
Bullshit.
All good. I got my 1-up back. My life.
Get a life. I don't know why I could honestly just never really wrap my head around these games. Watching you play though makes me kind of want to try one of these at some point. I actually remember playing Mega Man 64. Although that's a little different than this.
Oh yeah, I love the Legends games. Those are good. I finally got myself to pick up a copy of Legends 2 on eBay. That's one of those games that's kind of gone up in price.
Is that for PlayStation?
Yeah.
There was for both, wasn't it? Or was Legends 2 just PlayStation?
Yeah, only the one came out for 64. But yep. One of those cool games that managed to get on both consoles, other than just sports games. Speaking of games like that, oh man, I got a copy of Resident Evil 2 for my 64 as well.
It's kind of interesting. I've never played it on.
The fact that that it even came out for is just crazy.
Speaking of a Resident Evil, I've been contemplating maybe starting another solo LP, or I should say my first. I guess I'm doing Minecraft right now as well, but that's the Resident Evil for GameCube is one of the games I'm thinking about doing.
All right, here's the super secret, awesome, hidden item that if you haven't looked online, you probably don't know about it. This is not your standard Mega Man upgrade. Let's see, I gotta fill up one more energy tank. I don't remember the specifics. I think you have to have all your maxed out 9 lives. I think you have to have everything beaten, all the bosses, and you have to have your energy tanks filled to do this. Capcom decided to throw in a little bit of an Easter egg from one of their other series that they do in the form of an attack for Mega Man. So it'll take me a couple minutes to get it, but I think it'll be entertaining for you when I do get it, if you don't know what it is already.
I honestly have no clue, so I'm waiting in anticipation here.
See, I don't think you've played the series that it comes from, so it wouldn't be as funny for you, but it comes from a totally different kind of game. Another series that Capcom is known for. One of their bigger ones, but not Resident Evil. That's right, they do Resident Evil as well, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, I couldn't remember that there for a second. Okay, so I think I got full energy tanks. Just got to get to the end of the stage. We're almost there. And I'm going to be an idiot and kill myself.
Suicidal Mega Man.
Wow. 2 stupid deaths in this video.
Maybe I'm just bad luck for you.
If I wasn't doing these videos in like 25-minute chunks, I would have just started over. Oh my god.
Poor Mega Man.
Got like a minute and a half left. Keep this one the same length as my other ones. My other one, I should say. My first video was short.
So you have to have full lives, correct? So you have to sit and grind for lives?
I believe so, but I'm good. I got 4 now. I'm not 100% sure on the specifics, actually. I've never really experimented with it. And I don't know how accurate the information is just online about it. I've heard different things, so. Alright. Half the reason I'm dying here is probably because of the strange way that I hold my controller.
I see you do play weird. You play like a switch hand.
Well, I don't know. I can't remember if I explained this in another video or not, but I played this game a lot. I played all these Mega Man games a lot on emulators years ago before I had bought all these games. And I got used to the fact that with an emulator, you can set it so all the buttons can be accessed basically at the same time. So I could hold down the shoot button to charge, use a button to dash, and I could also jump. Like, I could do all three at the same time. It's a little harder to do that with just your thumb on the actual Super Nintendo controller, so I have to use 2 fingers. So I bring up 1 finger, and it's just weird. It is really weird, but when I made the switch back to playing it on console, I had to come up with something in order to keep playing it the way that I used to. See, there's another reason not to steal games with emulators, kids. Well, then again, if you're a kid playing Super Nintendo games, you probably don't care too much about retro gaming anyways. Anyways.
How'd you do that?
I just died on purpose. You'll notice I didn't complain when it happened, because that's part of this secret. And that's another reason why most people don't just find this on their own. You have to kill yourself no less than 5 times. So I guess when I said I was going to do a no-death run, technically that was a lie anyways. Because you have to.
So you literally have to kill yourself 5 times?
Yes.
Weird.
A little overtime here, but as soon as I get it, then I can finish up the video here.
Now, how did you find out about this originally? Did you have to look it up online?
I'm pretty sure, I found it online. There's no way I found this by myself. Yes, hate on me. I didn't find it legitimately.
This is pretty insane if you have to find it by yourself. I don't know how you even go about trying to find it by yourself. Number 3.
I'm a little fuzzy on it, but I think sometimes it seems like it's taken me more or less times committing suicide, so I don't know.
You'll be able to tell when you activate it.
Yeah, you'll see. We'll see when this secret shows up here. Like right now. I guess I lied. You'll notice Dr. Light looks a little different than he does in the other upgrade capsules. Almost looks like he's wearing a headband. And something out of Dragon Ball Z, maybe. I don't know. Let's see what it does. So it's an arm upgrade. His arm's flashed. Oh, what's that?
Is that Street Fighter?
That is Street Fighter.
Wow.
Well, we're going to cut the video there. I'll show you what that does to bosses when we come back in the next segment. Thanks for watching.